I've been getting a lot of questions recently about bamboo, clumping bamboo versus running bamboo, which is which, how to identify them. So I thought, you know what, let's have a quickie. Let's talk about this. Okay, there's two types of bamboos. There is sympodial and monopodial. Sympodials are the clumpers. Monopodials, those are the runners. So if you would go to a shop, you probably see names such as Fargesia is always a clumper. Some of them have a looser clump than others, however, they're always a clumper. They will never run. Then you have other bamboos such as Philiostachys or Pseudosasas. Those ones are runners. By the way, every single thing with the word sasa in it also means broadleaf bamboo. So those are the bamboos with the bigger leaves. Altogether, I've got 59 bamboos, not all different types, because I keep on splitting them, but I got a shitload of plants. Anyway, also, when you go to a garden center, and should the label not be on the bamboo, how would you identify that it is actually a runner versus a clumper? Let me show you. So this one here, for example, is a Philiostachys huangwangsu. So that is a definite runner. That's why I have the rhizome trench around it. So when you're looking at the cane here, I chopped the top of my thumb off the other day. Anyway, so when you look at the cane here, you have a flat bit. This is the flat part. And this is what identifies that this is a Philiostachys, a runner. With Fargesias, they are perfectly circular. And you can see it also on the flat bit. This is where the branches emerge. So this is always a flat part on a Philiostachys. So this one here is a Philiostachys aureoculsata aureocalis. And again, here, and this is a flat part. Then here we have Philiostachys nigra. So this is the black bamboo. Again, you know, you get the idea. Here it is a flat part. So right now I'm talking about Philiostachys. When we, for example, talking about Pseudosasa japonica, this one here, it's a broadleaf bamboo. This is also a runner. However, the cane is actually round. It is circular, perfectly round, as it is with all Fargesias. So that's the Pseudosasa japonica. The also arrow bamboo and sasa always indicates broadleaf. And here you can see that the canes are still covered in the sheath, but they're perfectly circular. So for instance, if you go to the garden center and you see that thing with the big ass fucking leaves, it is a runner, and trust me, a prolific runner. I mean, I've got rhizome trenches all over the place, or I have them in, oh that hurt, in rhizome barrier. There you go. So here we have a Nintida Black Pearl, and this is a Fargesia. I know it looks a bit shit right now. I only moved that last year, and it's kind of moaning. But if we're looking at the cane here, it is perfectly round. So there's no flat bit to it. So if you would see this in a garden center, you would know that this is a clumper. And in a moment of madness, I planted a Fargesia in the front and then a Philiostachys at the back. The Philiostachys at the back is a Atrovaginata, and the Fargesia in the front is a Scaprida. I don't know why I did this, but I did. Anyway, let's have a look at the cane. So this is the Scaprida, and see, perfectly round canes. No flat bit. If we're looking at the Atrovaginata, sexy name, isn't it? And here we have, again, the flat bit. I want to make sure that you also understand, it's not that there may very well be different variations, but from the most common bamboos you get in nurseries, just general nurseries. I'm not talking about a specialized bamboo nursery. Obviously there you would get everything and they can tell you exactly what's going on. But with general garden centers where people think they have an idea about bamboo, but they really don't, this is the way you identify whether it is a running bamboo or whether it's a clumping bamboo. So now, let me just show you the difference in between some of the Fargesias when they have a tighter clump or a looser clump. So you understand that, because right now the canes are coming on, the canes are popping out, so it's a good time to actually identify the difference in between loose and tight clump. So here at the back where I planted a bamboo border, here you can see this is a Fargesia Scarpida, and this is a much looser clump. If you look at it, there's a lot of space in between each new cane. So this plant will require either that you take it back on the outside, and you can do that with a shovel, or you need a little bit more space. On the other side, you have here a Fargesia rufa, and this one is quite a tight one. So this one will, obviously it will get bigger over years, but to get the size of the Scarpida, which has been in for 3 years, this one will take about 5 or 6 or 7 years even. So that's pretty much it. So, you know, always remember you have tight ones and you have loose ones, kind of like in life. But yeah, the majority of Fargesias are tight clumpers. Again, the Scarpita is one of the looser ones, but it is still controllable, easy controllable. If you have any canes coming up where you don't like them, you just go in with a shovel because they're very, very shallow. The golden rule with running bamboo is first year sleeping, third year creeping, fifth year leaping, meaning that when you plant it in the first year, you really have time to put the rhizome barrier in, or the rhizome trench, whichever way you want to do it. However, I would do it immediately unless you have a lot of space. So as long as you understand the whole thing with, you know, first year, third year, and fifth year, you're good to go. And by the way, I got overexcited the other day chopping vegetables and meat, and I cut the top of my thumb off. But anyway, when you take the decision to plant a runner, it is your responsibility to make sure that they don't end up in the neighbor's gardens. Because just because you like them doesn't mean that everybody else does. I used to believe that they do, but they don't, trust me. So that's pretty much it for today. Like I said, quickie. Sometimes they're the best. I shall talk to you guys later. Bye.